Former presidential candidate Dumebi Kachikwu has delivered a strong critique of the ongoing crisis within the African Democratic Congress (ADC), warning of what he described as a calculated attempt to hijack the party for selfish political interest. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are our top 10 stories countdown today. At number 10, the United States on Wednesday lifted sanctions against Venezuela's interim president, Delcy, who took power after the Washington ousted her predecessor, Nicolas Maduro, in a military operation in January. Rodriguez's name was deleted from the specially designated nationals list. According to a post on the U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control website, Rodriguez welcomed the decision, writing on X that it was part of the normalization and strengthening of bilateral relations. At number 9, Liverpool striker Alexander Isak has returned to full team training this week following a long injury layoff, raising hopes that he could feature in the squad for upcoming high-profile matches. The 26-year-old had been sidelined since December after suffering a fractured fibula and ankle injury. As reported by Fabrizio Romano on X on Thursday, Alexander Isak returns in team training with the Liverpool squad this week after a long injury. He's expected to be called up this weekend and then against PSG. Isak has been gradually working his way back to his full fitness, and his return to group sessions under Arne Slot marks a significant milestone in his recovery. At number 8, President Bola Tinubu has appointed Professor Shuaib Aliyu as the Executive Secretary of the Petroleum Technology Development Fund. Aliyu replaces Ahmed Aminu, who resigned his position to pursue the 2027 governorship election in Adamawa State. The president also approved the renewal of the appointment of Sule Abdulaziz as the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria for a second and final term. The appointment takes immediate effect. According to a statement issued on Thursday by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ananuga, Aliyu is a seasoned academic and administrator with extensive experience in research and institutional leadership. At number 7, the Federal High Court in Abuja on Thursday declined an ex parte application seeking to bar Senator Ireti Kingibe from participating in the activities of the African Democratic Congress. Justice Peter Lifu, in a ruling, refused the request by some ward leaders of the party in Wuse Federal Capital Territory, who alleged that the senator had been suspended over anti-party activities. Instead, the court directed the plaintiffs to put the lawmaker on notice to enable her to respond to the allegations and join issues with them. The ward leaders, said to be loyal to the FCT minister Nyesom Wike, had approached the court to restrain Kingibe from parading herself as a member of the party and from participating in its activities. At number 6, the Oyo State government on Thursday reiterated its commitment to building a sustainable energy future that would transform the people from poverty to prosperity through reliable and sustainable power infrastructure. The government also unveiled a strategic roadmap to regenerate and distribute 300 megawatts of electricity by 2027. The State Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Dahoud Changodoyin, who also serves as acting chairman of the Oyo State Electricity Regulatory Commission, stated this in a statement released by the Special Advisor to Governor Seyi Makinde on media, Sulaiman Olarewaju, in Ibadan. At number 5, the Nigerian police force in Plateau State has confirmed the arrest of a suspected fake soldier and 5 others in connection with detention that were part of a Jos. The police public relations officer Alfred Alabo disclosed this in a telephone interview, stating that the suspect, dressed in an army singlet and an extra shirt, was apprehended at Angwan, Rukuba, the same community where 28 people were killed and 22 others injured during the Palm Sunday night attack. According to him, the suspect was arrested while roaming suspiciously in the area on Wednesday afternoon and was found in possession of a fake Nigerian military school identity card. At number 4, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, has approved the appointment of Alhaji Shamsuddin Apelogun, the Asiwaju Adini of Ogun State, and Baba Adini of Remoland as the Amirul Hajj of the 2026 pilgrimage to the Holy Land. Similarly, Abiodun also approved the appointment of Sheikh Zakaria Olorunbebe as the chairman of the Ogun State Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Board for the 2026 Hajj operation to oversee the administrative and operational activities of the board. This appointment, according to a statement issued by the Secretary to the State government, Mr. Tokunbo Talabi, and made available to our correspondent on Thursday are part of the state government's strategic preparations to ensure a smooth, well-coordinated and successful Hajj exercise for pilgrims from Ogun State. At number 3, about 30 students and a teacher have been hospitalized following a suspected gas leak at Our Lady of Apostles Secondary School in Ijebu Ode. The incident reportedly occurred shortly after the morning assembly on Wednesday when a strange gaseous substance spread across the school premises. Eyewitnesses said panic broke out as students and staff began experiencing breathing difficulties, with many collapsing in the process. The affected students, along with the teacher, were immediately rushed to the Ijebu Ode General Hospital for urgent medical attention. At number 2, Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo has approved the commencement of a process for the appointment of new permanent secretaries in the state's public service, directing suitable qualified civil servants to submit expressions of interest. In a statement signed by the head of service, Mrs. Ngozi Uwonu, applicants are required to be confirmed officers within the Anambra State Public Service. On the directorate cadre, they are expected not to be below the rank of deputy director and not above that of director, with at least 2 years remaining before retirement. At number 1, former presidential candidate Dumebi Kachikwu has delivered a strong critique on the ongoing crisis within the African Democratic Congress, warning of what he described as a calculated attempt to hijack the party for selfish political interests. Speaking at a press briefing, Kachikwu addressed the controversy involving the Independent National Electoral Commission and the dispute over the David Mark-led caretaker committee. He pointed out that INEC has made it clear that it will not recognize any faction within the ADC until all legal battles surrounding the party's leadership are conclusively settled in courts. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.